Here on GoPSUSports.com with Steve Gonzalez. Steve, we're back here in the home Beaver Stadium locker room. How good does it feel, and how exciting is it, getting ready to get out there on Beaver Stadium?
It's great, home atmosphere is always great, always coming back home, and especially being on the road the last 2 weeks. It's just great, to be in front of 107,000 fans, and can't wait to get back,
I don't think I've ever asked you before, what's the experience like when you run through the tunnel and you step out onto the field in front of, 107,000 screaming fans?
It's just something different, a lot of places you don't see, quite the atmosphere like, you see here at Beaver Stadium and at Penn State. So I just find the atmosphere here to be amazing, and, running out that tunnel is just surreal.
And now let's talk about you specifically, earning your way into that starting lineup, really having an impact among the offensive line. What is it about your game that, you feel like you've improved the most from week one to where we are now?
I think just, taking all the, things we've learned in film and all the corrections that we've gone over, and just trying to work at my craft every day. With offensive linemen, you're never going to be perfect. You can do as much work as you want, but you always have to keep working for a little bit more and a little bit of this. So, I just think, trying to work at my craft is probably what I've been trying to do recently, and just that's how it's been helping me week by week.
What can you kind of learn from veterans on the offensive line, guys like Brendan Mann and Andrew Nelson even as well?
You learn a lot from them. I'm learning from them how to be a leader, how to be more vocal like Brendan is, and how, like, obviously Nelly is. They're both very vocal leaders, and, also obviously they're going to teach me technique and stuff like that, but I would, a real thing that I wanted to learn from them was to just become more vocal in the offensive line room, and just, I've gotten that from them.
Some recent changes among the offensive line, how have you kind of seen some of the younger guys kind of really step into their roles and embrace the added responsibility?
A lot of guys stepped up, obviously Will Fries, redshirt freshman, he stepped up, and he's been playing really well. And I just think, it's always a next man up mentality, especially for this team, no matter who goes down, the backup always has to be ready.
And when you think about, I asked you about yourself, but when you think about this entire offensive line as a unit, where has it improved the most, or where has it grown the most since the first game of the season?
I think we've just grown together as a group. I think, we've always been together as a group, from the start of even last year. But I feel like we've just are such a tight-knit group, and I think that definitely helps a lot.
Now getting into Rutgers this week, your early film studies, things you're looking at, what's jumping out to you right now?
They're obviously, they're tough, they're a physical team, and they've been on a hot streak lately, and, they're going to come in with some momentum, and they're going to try to knock us off. And I just think that they have a lot of, good athletes on the field, and I think their D-line is pretty good, and, we have to keep studying them, but we should be ready.
Well, we look forward to catching up with you again on Saturday.
Definitely, thank you.
Thank you.